Alright guys, welcome back to LTH. My name is Abe, and this is our HomeLab series where we are going over one last thing with Zabbix, but that is how to mess with your dashboards. If you're new here, this is part of this playlist, but you don't need to follow the whole playlist to find this video useful for Zabbix dashboards. Now, go ahead and log into your Zabbix dashboard. We can see that we have 2 available hosts, and so to be able to pull data, those hosts obviously need to be live. We can simply click edit dashboards and we can add things, right? If you would like to create your own dashboard, you can click up here in the top left, all dashboards, and then you can see them. So this is a good idea if you have a very complex network, or if you're planning on practicing this for the real world. You probably are going to have dashboards for specific tasks, specific things, maybe even specific customers, and you may be assigned that customer for the day, or like you'll have one for your key infrastructure, one for like managed services for your customers, one for video game servers, one maybe for websites. But you would go in here and you would create a new dashboard based on that. So we're just going to do new dashboard. The owner is going to be me, the admin, and example board for the video. And then the default page displayed period can be, every 30 seconds, whatever, that's up to you. Start slideshow automatically, that can also be up to you. I'm going to uncheck that real quick. We're going to click apply, and then we're just here in this menu. So what you're going to do is you're going to just click, and you're going to be presented with a widget editor. And then in here, you have essentially a big list of things that you can do. So one of my more favorite ones is the honeycomb. And then you name the widget something, right? So like general stats maybe. And then the refresh interval you can set for how long you want it, or how often you want it to check to see what information has changed. And then in here, we can do the host group. So this is where certain categorization of server services or customers you would select. And then from here, you could even select what specific hosts within that group you'd want, or all of them. And then down here, we have the item patterns. So this is where you're going to select what you want to actually be hosted in one of the honeycombs. So it is enabled on the devices. It shows you what's enabled. It doesn't mean that that device is pulling information though. So you might not even get anything out of these. So you do have to play with trial and error, right? So available memory and percentage, available memory. We'll just turn on CPU utilization. And then maybe or there's another one, numeric float, the operating system, and we'll kind of just see like, hey, what does it grab? And so here's the item patterns, here's the devices it's going to pull that information for. If you have anything categorized by tags, you can add those, and then you just click done. So we can see our Tailscale node has all those stats, and then our Zabbix node has all those stats. So it puts it in a row. Now, this doesn't necessarily tell you how much your maximum capacity is when it comes to your RAM utilization, but then you can get that in a percentage. Oh, we're using 41%. You can do the math, or maybe your company just has a percentage. Hey, if anything's getting over 80%, we need to look into that. We need to, stretch that or change the configuration of that device so it can handle more as we're expecting more customers. And then you can do another widget. You could add a clock. Clock is good. You might want to add multiple clocks for time zones, because maybe you work for a company and you have employees all over the world. And if you want to know if a company is on shift or if it's a good time to message them, then you would do that, and you could add lots of clocks with lots of time zones. You can also edit it by clicking that gear, and then you could add date and time zones and click apply. And then you can copy that widget, right? If you like the layout, but you want to change a couple things, you can do that as well. But yeah, that's really it. Like, it's super simple. And it's not overwhelming. It's, some things may not show data, and then you'll just click save changes at the top, and then these are available to you. So very simple. Login, dashboards, there's the 2 menus. But that's all I have for this video. I hope that gives you an idea of what to do and the creativity that you may find yourself doing when creating dashboards within Zabbix for your unique purpose. My name is Abe. I am the host of this series. Signing off.